Parameshwari Ananda Rupini Palaya Mam. Amba Parameshwari Akhilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palaya Mam. Amba Parameshwari Akhilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palaya Mam. Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raje Rajeshwari Shri Bhuvaneshwari Raje Rajeshwari Ananda Rupini Palaya Mam. Amba Parameshwari Akhilandeshwari Adi Parashakti Palaya Mam. All right. So last week we did Bhavana Upanishad and we learnt about the Devis in Srinagar and how Sri Chakra is in this body. It's a lot to learn, I understand. And I told you sadhana is of three types. One is the external sadhana, external worship that you do. Another is internal, and more internal than that is thinking of the Sri Chakra as your body. So there are many ways to learn, but the main important way is to do sadhana, meditate, contemplate. There are 9 layers of the body, and we contemplate on that. Slowly and slowly, those who are getting initiated from me, all this you're going to learn. I am a very traditional person. I believe in association of the guru and the student. We have to sit together. We have to learn together. When you associate with a guru and you hear the things over and over again, things start becoming more clearer. Okay. So that association is very important. So Bhavana Upanishad you have heard for the first time. It's very difficult to find out. There are so many, when we go on the path of Shri Vidya, there are so many books written. They all come under one category, Mimansa. Mimansa means you want to know something. So Mimansa. So on Shri Vidya itself, Mahalalita Tripura Sundari, so many have written their own way of worship. So the worship differs in different paramparas. So we learned Bhavana Upanishad, one way to see Sri Chakra. There is Parshuram Kalpasutras. That also is one of the very important books if somebody wants to learn Sri Vidya. Hopefully, maybe, if Mother blesses. I do have plans to all my students who are my students sincerely learning from me. I want them to know what is Parshuram Kalpasutra. Hopefully in future I will, after a little break. Even to know a Parshuram Kalpasutra, for me, like I always tell, to learn Sri Vidya, my first requisite quality that you should have, qualification that you should have is you should know Gita. If you know Gita, it becomes very easy for me to explain anything else. So when we go to Parshuram Samhita, Parshuram Kalpasutra, in Parshuram Kalpasutra, it starts with Tattva Jnana. It starts with, you have to know what are the 36 gunas, Tattva, 36 Tattvas. Then it goes on. Again, same way, just how in Gita, Bhagwan focuses on so many qualities. Parshuram Kalpasutra also focuses on so many qualities. Sri Vidya Upasakas, because things are not coming out the way it has to come out, and I always take out the Granth. Granth is very important. Granth means the scripture. I always take out the scripture. Scripture is very, very important. What is happening? People think Sri Vidya means just certain mantras, certain archanas, certain things, and that's it. The teachers also did not make that effort to give the student. So all the scriptures are, people don't know what is there in the scriptures. But to read, understand anything, most important thing is Gita. So those who want to take initiation with me, I always tell them, read the Gita. In future, if you are connected with me for a year, not for a year, I'll say minimum 2 years. If you are connected with me for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you will know so much. And you will see the continuity in all the books. You will see the relation in all the books. You will not feel, oh, this book is different and that book is different. You will not feel. But to understand any of these higher knowledges, the foundation of Bhagwat Geeta has to be very strong. Very strong. When we do Lalita Sahasranam, There are certain names. In one of the names will come Kshetra Kshetragya Palini. Her name is Kshetra Kshetragya Palini. Now, when I have to explain to somebody Lalita Sahasranam, and you come to the word Kshetra Kshetragya Palini. Those who have attended Gita with me, chapter 13th, first question Arjuna has asked, what is Kshetra? What is Kshetragya? If you have understood Gita, then you come to Lalita Sahasranam, you open, oh, Kshetra Kshetragya Palini. I know what it means. Bhagavan has replied, this body is Kshetra. The owner of the body is Kshetragya. There are two owners in the body, Atma and the Paramatma. So Bhagavan knows. Bhagavan spoke. If you have attended the Gita with me, you will know. There are names for like Pancha Preta Asina Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. Brahma. What is Brahma? If you understand, if you have learned with me in the Gita, Arjuna asks, what is Brahma? Bhagavan gives one answer, Aksharam Para Brahma. Brahma is something which is Akshar, which is always there, infallible. If you have learned Gita, now when we call about Pancha Brahmasana Sthita, now you will understand. Brahma is that tattva, that essence, which is Akshara, which is always going to be there. What do you mean by Akshara? Pancha. And what is Pancha? Pancha means 5. Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. If you know Brahma, Brahma means which is always going to remain there. So what are the 5 functions? Then you start thinking. So this, what is the function? The world comes, the world is made, universes are created. Then they are maintained, then annihilated. Then there is a suspended period for some time where there is nothing, everything is in the seed form. And then again, next creation starts. Even though when the creation began, we started seeing, oh, something is coming into the various forms. And when the annihilation happens, nothing is there. So does that mean everything is gone? If everything is gone, then from where is the next creation happening? That means everything was there. So that which remains, even after all the forms goes away, that which remains is Brahma. So in all these 5 stages of creation, maintenance, annihilation, then dissolution, and then coming back again, starting again, all these 5 stages, that Brahma remains. Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. Just one word in Lalita Sahasranam. If you understand Gita, then Pancha Pretasanasana, Pancha Brahmasana becomes very easy to understand. Kshetra Kshetragya Sarupini. Easy. If you know Kshetra Kshetragya. So to learn from me, I always say, I am a very traditional person. Why I'm starting? Because you guys learn Bhavna Upanishad. It might sound very difficult in the beginning, but the way you learn it is you associate with the Guru. Keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. And at one point, 2, 3, 4 years. If you are very sincere, 2 years. If you're not very sincere, 3, 4 years. You learn it, and then all things will become clear. You don't have to by heart or anything else. Just open up anything you should know. Bhavna Upanishad, 16 petals of Sri Yantra. It said 16 organs of the body. You should know. If you had read Gita, you will know. In Gita, Bhagavan said, everything starts from the 5 elements, then comes the 5 working senses, then comes the 5 senses for gaining knowledge, 15 plus 1 mind, avyakta. Bhagavan said, if you know those 16, you know what is there in the 16 petals. You don't have to by heart separately. It is not a separate science. All sciences are connected together. Gita and Shri Vidya is connected. If you know Gita very well, it becomes very easy. All this knowledge is so easy. Tripura Rahasya you're reading with me. It's all stories. Now we are going to get into a story of Bhandasur and Lalita. It's all fights. It's all fight from now onwards till 80th sloka, 80th chapter. It's only fights. But to understand the tattva, Gita is very, very important. So when somebody wants to take initiation from me, or they want to learn more, my first requisite qualification, I'm like, no, mandatory. Understand the Gita. Understand the Gita. If you know Gita, everything else will become easy. If you do not know Gita, then everything else will be very difficult. You take one book, you read half, and then you throw it off. Then you take another book, you read it out, and then you try to mix up all the knowledge. You will land up nowhere. Sincerely study the Gita, and I'm telling you, you cannot read the book. Those who have done the journey with me for the past, I don't know, maybe we started in January. This time it took me a longer time to end because the group was big. Those who have done from first chapter till end, how many things were taught. And everything is applicable in Sri Vidya. Everything. So strong Gita, and so whatever we are learning in Bhavanopanishad, whatever we learned in Bhavanopanishad, it has connection to Gita. If somebody is a Gita student, if their fundas are clear, Bhavanopanishad is very clear. If they do not know Gita and they just try to understand Bhavanopanishad, it will be very difficult. Okay, so I've given you everything. You can learn at your own pace. I will give you everything in the future also. Everything, understand. Parshuram Ko, Kalpasutra, Yogini Hridaya, whatever you open, Tripura Arnav, there are Mimasas, there are Samba Mimasa. Krishna's son, Samba, he used to worship Tripura Sundari. Samba Mimasa. Shri Vidya Mimasa. There are so many Mimasas, there are so many things. Everything is interconnected, but the basis, the foundation of everything is Bhagwat Geeta. And all these chapters that I've mentioned, very important. And as you read Bhagwat Geeta, you will see they're connected. If somebody just tries to go get into 13th chapter and read the 13th chapter and try to understand, you will not understand. That's how it is made. It's Bhagwan's book. If somebody just tries to go to 18th chapter and understand, no, you will not understand if your 14th chapter base is not clear about what are the modes of nature. You cannot understand 18th chapter. You cannot understand 15th chapter if your 8th and 9th chapter are not clear. Your 10th chapter is not clear, you cannot understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So all the chapters from the beginning are connected. Again, I started with Bhagavad Gita because I want to stress this importance. You want to succeed in Sri Vidya. It is not a textbook. Sri Vidya is not a textbook. It's not a university that you are attending, that reading a textbook and passing the exams. No. Sri Vidya is your body. Sri Vidya is you. Sri Vidya, you have to contemplate. How do you contemplate? For that, you will need some theory. But that theory, easiest theory is Gita. And once that is clear, everything else is clear. You sit and you can contemplate for hours on your body. So Bhavanopanishad, which was given, is meant for that. The contemplation on the body. Why do we contemplate on body? To go to our real self. Go to our real self. Who is that real self? Who is me? Who am I? I am the soul. What is this soul? Where do you learn? Where would you know? Okay, I am the soul. I understand that statement. I am the soul. Where do I know more about the soul? Open up any book. Bhagwat Geeta, chapter 2, starts with soul. So we meditate on this body of Navachakra. 9. It starts with Navrandhra. Bhavanopanishad started with Navrandhra. This whole body is Guru Rupa, and Guru is the main thing in this body. Guru means the knowledge. The knowledge is the main thing, and that knowledge is from where does the knowledge comes? From the Navrandhras, 9 holes in the body. How do you know what the 9 holes are? Read the Gita. It is mentioned there clear. From there, if you come here, you'll know, what 9 holes are being spoken, I know. But if you just open a Bhavanopanishad, you'll be like confused. Where are them? You'll not know. Even though daily you're seeing your eyes, but your eyes don't appear like a hole. Only the nose appears like a hole. Eyes don't appear like a hole. The ears appear like a hole. So everything that was written in Bhavana Upanishad has technical terms, and those technical terms can be very easily built up when you are attending the Bhagavad Gita, when you know the Bhagavad Gita. Every little term, Navrandra Rupa, Brahma Rupa, Panchapret is Panchabhuta, then from Panchabhut comes Panchtan Matra, everything is being explained there. And you understand from there. I mean, Bhagavad Gita, I've just completed, but I'm telling you, if I start with slokas from there, where the hidden meaning of Sri Vidya is given, it will take me another 1 year to complete in Bhagavad Gita itself. I just try to control so that it goes easier. Okay. So when Bhagavad Gita classes, almost for the Hindi classes are over, English also this week will be done with these classes. Do make your notes when you get a break, make your notes and get prepared for Sri Vidya higher lessons very soon. When we restart, I want to do Parshuram Kalpasutra, I want to do Yogini Hridayam, I want to do, if possible, Tripurana. Let's see. So this is an ongoing class. So with the student and the teacher, the relationship has to be special. The student should attend the classes, should hear the teacher, and then the knowledge goes on increasing. All right, let's go to the chapters now. Come back. Athaikon Shashtitamo Adhyaya. So we are reading today 69th chapter, 59th chapter. The war is about to happen. You know about Bhandasur. Bhandasur, who was so egoistic. He was created from the ashes of Kamdev. He was brought up by Ganesha and Ma Gauri, but he became so powerful by the blessing of Shiva. He created his own 500 universes. He was the leader of all the king of all the 500 universes. And he attacked all the Devtas. The Devtas were in hiding. Devtas went to Guru Brahaspati, and now the Devtas are praying to Divine Mother to help them. And Divine Mother has come out and she has blessed that I will be helping all of you. In that whole conversation, they requested Divine Mother to stay in a place, and that place her place was Manidweep. In that Manidweep, Srinagar, and how the mansion will be built, everything we learned. And that Srinagar, which is there externally in the spiritual world, we all belong to that spiritual world. So we are also part of the Srinagar, and that Srinagar is also in our body. Okay. So now let's go back to the story. Evam shutva Haigriva vakyam ananta sundaram kam kumbhodbhava praha bhuyastat katha shravanotsuka bhagwan ashwavadana bhandadaitya samagata tapo vignam nirjaranam chikirshan vahinavitan devan nishamya vimukha prayata shunya pattanam tata kim karo tatra tanme vada suvastram sanshinvan lalite shanyam katham kathayastava Puna Shrotum Samiha me Vardate Atitiram Mananu. Haigriva is listening, is telling the story to Agastya Muni. And he said, Agastya asked, "Oh Lord Haigriva." So let's continue back with the story. What happened then? The Devtas were praying, and the guru of the demons, Shukracharya, went and told Bhandasur that Devtas are becoming very strong. Bhandasur, you must return their planets to them. Don't get into fight. Otherwise, if this Devi comes, she will kill you. And Bhandasur didn't want to listen. And Bhandasur said, "What are you talking? You're a Brahmana, that's why you're talking like a coward. You think I will get scared with a lady?" Shukracharya said, "You're not understanding the power of a lady. Shumb, they got destroyed by a lady only. So don't think she is ordinary. Madhukaita, it's all ladies' power. Don't do that. Don't fight with a lady." But Bhandasur didn't listen. He took his army and he went to the place where these people were doing their tapasya. When they were doing that, Hayagriva asks, what happened after that? Then, Agastya asked, what happened after that? Hayagriva said, after that, they reached there, and then Jwala Malini came, and Jwala Malini came with her Sena, and the whole Sena just gives fire, flames coming out from their mouth, and this Bhanda's army was defeated, and they went back to their palace, to their city called Shunyak. So Bhandasur is sitting in Shunyak. He is thinking, what do I do? How do I protect myself? At that time, Narad Muni appeared. Narayana, Narayana. His Veena, Narayana, 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 Narayana. Bhandasur heard, oh, Narad Muni has come. He went there. Oh, Narad Muni, oh, great sage, you have come to our palace. Definitely there is something good that is going to come out of your visit. Please, please come here. Narad, he brings Narad in his palace, washes his feet, gives him gifts, dresses and everything, makes him comfortable at his palace. And then he says, can you tell me what happened? Why are you here? Anything that you want to tell? And of course, you must be knowing, Narad Ji, we tried to attack on the Devtas, but those Devtas, what was their reaction after that? We came back because Jwala Malini was strong, but we definitely scared the hell out of them. So what is the reaction of the Devtas? What are they doing now, Narad Ji? Tell me. Narad Ji said, Bhandasur, why are you continuing this fight? What is the purpose? That, you know, they are praying to Devi. If Devi comes, she'll kill you. She'll destroy you. He's like, I'm not afraid of any woman. He's like, Narad is like, Bhandasur, listen to me. Calm down. Give the heavens to the Devtas. What is your problem? And take the lower planetary system. This is all yours. Nobody's going to disturb you anymore here. Stop the fight. What is the necessity? So they're talking like this. And suddenly the wives of Bhandasur, they come there and they see Narad Muni. Narad Ji, oh, great sage, you are here. We want to talk to you. Can you please come and talk to us? Because the ladies had already heard what happened there. So the ladies had their own worry. The wives had their own worry. So they met Narad Muni and they said, Narad Ji, please tell Bhandasur. Please explain to him. We are really scared. He went and he tried to fight with the Devtas and they got defeated by the ladies' army. We don't know what powers they have. And Bhandasur is not, our husband is not understanding. Please make him understand. We are very scared of his life. If something happens to him, what about us ladies? What are we going to do? Whatever we are is because of his power. Who will take care of us? And we have such a huge family. Narad goes back to Bhandasur and says, Bhandasur, listen, at least look at your wives. They were just telling their fears to me. Look at your wife and take a wise decision. Don't fight. Bhandasur says, okay, Narad Ji, come. Let's have a conversation just between us, one-on-one. He takes Narad Ji and goes to the terrace of his palace. So there he is sitting alone, right below the sky. And Narad Ji, he brings a nice asan for him. Call the servant, put a nice asan for both of us. We are going to have a chat here. And then they sit down talking. Narad Ji asks, so, why have you got me here? Bhandasur says, Narad Ji, you know everything. Still, I know you're doing this pastime. I'm going to tell you now the story. I'm going to remind you what happened. You and I both know this war is not going to stop. And I'm very happy. I've been waiting for this moment. I want this war so desperately. Narad Ji smiles. Why? He's like, I was a servant of Ma Laxmi in my previous birth. So this is a demon. He says, but I was a servant of Ma Laxmi in my previous birth. And my name was Manikya Shekhar. So just imagine Bhandasur's now DNA. his lineage, whatever you call. So Bhandasur is born out of the ashes of Kamdev. Kamdev is the son of Ma Laxmi. And this Bhandasur was a servant of Ma Laxmi. So that's how they are connected. He was a servant of Ma Laxmi. So that punya he has. Then when he was born, again reborn, he was brought up by Gauri and Ganesha. And he got a power from Shiva. So he's not an ordinary person. He has demoniac qualities. Why does he have demoniac qualities? Again, go find the answer in Gita. Rajogun and Tamogun. That was increased in him. Now, where is that Rajogun and Tamogun? Gita says, Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava. Okay. Kam. Lust. Lust and anger. They both come from Rajoguna. Okay. And Rajoguna is the best friendship with Tamogun. So these two are going together. So what happened with Manikya Shekhar? He was with Laxmi Maa. So one day Laxmi Maa was doing her tapasya in the Himalayas. Manikya Shekhar was taking care of her. He was protecting her. And then suddenly he hears a voice of a lady. Save me, save me, save me. Manikya Shekhar says, what happened? Where is this voice coming from? And then he sees the Ganges is flowing through the river. And then he sees somebody's hand coming there. Save me, save me, save me. He sees a lady. Manikya Shekhar goes near the Ganges, and this lady is like almost about to be drowned. And the flow of the Ganges is so strong. This lady is not able to protect herself. Manikya Shekhar gets into that and catches hold of the lady, brings her out. She's a Kinnari. Kinnaris are Himalayan tribes. They are known for their loyalty towards their husband. One husband means one husband. No more going here and there. So, but Manikya Shekhar saved this Kinnari, and then Manikya Shekhar, he was holding her on the back and he got her, and then Manikya Shekhar, because of the touch of this Kinnari, lust came into him. Kamesha. Lust got into him. Now when lust got into him, he dropped the lady outside, and then he's like, oh Kinnari, I saved you, but I am being aroused by you. I want to spend time with you. So now since I saved you, you have to return back the favors. She's like, what favors? She's like, what are you asking even? If somebody saved me and I have to return the favor by giving myself to you, how is it possible? I'm a Kinnari. I am loyal to my husband and my husband is there somewhere. He's also busy in his work. I cannot do this. What are you talking? This is immoral. You save me. I consider you as my father. I don't consider you. I don't even look at you as like that. And you're asking me, you're being lusty for me. No. This is not right. You should not talk like this, please. But when lust goes into the head, Bhagavan said in Gita, 3 doors to hell, right? Lust, anger, and greed. This is what happened to him. Lust is in the head. Greed is in the head. Now, whatever you tell, he is not going to listen. He's getting angry now because he wants to satisfy. He's like, you have to listen to me, otherwise I won't leave you. She's like, no, please don't do this sin. No. I just want you. She starts running. She does not know where to go. And then she runs. And then she sees Laxmi Ji at one end doing her meditation. This Kinnari runs and goes and falls at Laxmi Ji's place. And this guy is so lusted right now. He just forget that Laxmi Ji is there. He just goes and holds her hand forcibly, forcing himself. Laxmi Ji came out of her dhyan, her meditation. He's like, what happened? She sees the girl, Kinnari. Kinnari is like, I am trying to save myself from him. Please, Laxmi Ji, save me. Laxmi Ji looks at Manikya Shekhar. Manikya Shekhar, you're doing this? What are you doing? You're behaving like a demon. You're not, from now onwards, you will not be with me. You've fallen down completely. Trying to chase a loyal wife of somebody. You have no idea what loyalty can do. She's a loyal wife. She's a Sativrata. She is Sati. Her curse will destroy you immediately. And you are trying to force yourself on her. And you were in my service. You have behaved like a demon. Oh, Manikya Shekhar, go and become a demon. You won't be in my service anymore. When he got the curse, after some time, Manikya Shekhar came back to his senses. What just happened? He's like, Ma, I'm very sorry. I don't know. I just saved her. I touched her and this lust overcame me and I completely got carried away. I should not have done it. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. She's like, no, you have to become a demon. He's like, but then there has to be some way to come out of this. Can you please, Ma, I have served you for so long. Please tell me some remedy. How will I come out of this curse? Laxmi Ji then thinks over and says, okay, you did a wrong thing by forcing yourself on this lady. And I understand because of the karma, because of the excessive lust. But how did that happen? That happened because you tried to save the lady so you tried to save a lady who was loyal to her husband. So because of that one act that you saved somebody who was almost about to drown, you have gathered some merits. And because of that merit, the curse that I gave you is going to happen. You will be born as a demon and you will be very, very powerful demon. You will enjoy everything because you were in my service. But because you saved the lady, because of that one good karma in your account, you will be killed by Mahadevi Tripura herself. So go become a demon again. And Mahadevi will come and she will kill you. Once you are killed by Mahadevi, you will get to go back to her loka and then you will be liberated. So Bhandasur said to Laxmi Ji, Ma, okay, since you have told me I will become a demon, but I don't want to be born through a man, father, mother like that. So let my birth also be good, in a good place. So that is why Mahalakshmi blessed him, and that is why he was born from the ashes of Kamdeva, who is the son of Laxmi. And he was brought up by Gauri and Ganesh. So that is the story of Manikya Shekhar. And Manikya Shekhar is now reborn as the great demon Bhandasur, who is the king of 500 universes. And that same Manikya Shekhar, reborn as Bhandasur, is talking to Narad Ji on the terrace of his own palace. And he says to Narad Ji, this was my mother's curse. You know it, I know it. And I am not worried that I'll be killed. I'm done with this life of sin. I'm done. I have seen enough of luxuries, enough of materialistic life. I have so many universes, so much wealth, so many women. What not have I enjoyed? I have enjoyed everything and I'm completely done with it. Now I also desire to be killed by Mahadevi. So I'm waiting for this moment. I want her to come and kill me. So Narad Ji now knows the story. Now remember this. So Narad Ji and these people and Bhandasur is talking. Narad Ji comes out from that. The chat happens. Narad Ji comes out from there. And then he talks to the women. He's like, don't worry. Things will happen good. Even if he dies, even if the war is to happen, even if he dies, he'll be dying because of mother and he'll be going to a great loka. So your husband is going to gather merits. Do not lament. He gives all the piece of advice to the women and he leaves from there. So this story, when we started Tripura Rahasya, who is speaking to whom? Remember, Agastya Muni is talking to Haigriv. Who is narrating the story about Agastya and Haigriva? Dattatreya and Parshurama are talking, and in that story, this story comes. But Dattatreya and Parshurama story comes where? It comes between the conversation of Haritayana and Narad. When we started this book, Tripura Rahasya, we are coming to the end now, okay? Now, this chapters from here, from 60 to 80, there are close to 20 chapters, which will get over very soon. 20 chapters, okay? But we started Tripura Rahasya, and this is a long journey we did. Where did it all start from? Who is the narrator? The narrator is Haritayana or Sumedha Rishi. To whom is he narrating the whole story, whole Tripura Rahasya, the glories of Ma Lalita? Whom is he narrating? He's narrating to Narad Muni. So this book that we are reading started from Haritayana and Narad. He went on telling the glories of Ma Tripura. Ma Tripura is all the glories we have learned till now. And now we are coming to the Lalita part of it. It is also called as Lalita Upakhyan. Many people ask me, oh, please speak on Lalita Upakhyan. There is Lalita Upakhyan means glories of Ma Lalita Tripura Sundari. So there are two books which glorify the same Akhyan. Akhyan means that part, that particular, those lessons, those chapters is Akhyan, Upakhyan. So one is Brahmanda Purana, one is Tripura Rahasya. These are the main two scriptures where the stories of Ma Lalita comes. So people know Lalita Upakhyan, but they know from Brahmanda Purana. It comes in Brahmanda Purana. What we are going to learn is also Lalita Upakhyan. It is from Tripura Rahasya. So two main scriptures, Lalita, Tripura Rahasya and Brahmanda, and from there. What we are learning now is Lalita Upakhyan. There is no difference. Understand? Same chapters are there. Only difference is in the way they have spoken to each other. That's all. There also Haigriva and Agastya is talking. Here also Haigriva and Agastya is talking. But who is telling this conversation of Haigriva and Agastya? Parshurama and Dattatreya. So you look at Brahmanda Purana Lalita Upakhyan or you look at Tripura Rahasya Lalita Upakhyan, it is almost the same. Same way it goes. Bhandasurs, Srinagar's Varnan, Sri Yantra worship, how the Yuddha happened, how the war happened, who are the ladies who are fighting against which demon. Everything goes the same. Little bit here and there. That's all. Language may be a little bit different, but the story is the same. Okay. So what we are learning now is Lalita Upakhyan. We heard the story of Bhandasur, who was Manikya Shekhar. Similarly, it is there too. Okay. So this whole Tripura Rahasya is being narrated by Haritayana to Narad Ji, and in that story it continued, and now the story has come to the point where we are hearing Bhandasur is talking to Narad Ji. So Narad Ji is listening from Haritayana, and Haritayana went on, all that, and then he comes to Bhandasur Prakaran, and then he says, okay, so Narad Ji, so Bhandasur and Narad are having this conversation on the top of the terrace, and that's what Bhandasur said, and Narad Ji is listening in person to Haritayana. Narad Ji is like, Sumedha, stop. I'm so happy, Haritayana. You know everything. You even know this part. You narrated everything about Lalita, and you even know this part that I spoke to Bhandasur. Oh my God, I am just going into flashback. Thank you for reminding me that this happened with Bhandasur. The story went on so beautifully. I was so lost. I was so excited about the glories of Lalita, and then now you're telling me this part where I spoke to Bhandasur. I remember everything. How do you know? He says, Sumedha is very humble. He says, Gurudev, what are you talking? Because of your blessing and the blessing of Brahmaji. You remember Brahmaji had come and blessed Haritayana that you are going to decide the Tripura Rahasya. You are going to write 4 chapters per day. You are going to write and finish this Tripura Rahasya. And do not worry, whatever has happened in the past and whatever is happening in the future, everything will come inside your heart. I will give it. Brahmaji's blessing is there in Tripura Rahasya. And Haritayana is speaking that. And Haritayana says to Narad Ji, oh Gurudev, it's because your blessings, my Gurudev's blessings, Parshuramji's blessings, his Guru's blessings, Dattatreya's blessings, his Brahmaji's blessings. And because of that, I am able to speak all this. Narad Ji is very happy. Narad Ji is, okay, continue. I want to hear more. So what happened? Tell me about the Bhandasur Prakaran now. The episode of Bhandasur. So the story continues. So by this we came, this whole story where Bhandasur narrated about him being Manikya Shekhar. This was in chapter number 659. Now we are entering chapter number 60. Narad Ji left Bhandasur's palace. Narad Ji straight away went to Manidweep. He went there and he went straight to Mantrini. Minister. Mantrini means minister of Malalita. He said, I want to talk to you something. Mantrini says, what happened? He's like, I just met Bhandasur. And Bhandasur seems to be all excited for the war. He has done so much wrong things for 500 years. But he's so excited that if Ma kills me, I'll be going to Ma's planet and I'll be liberated. Really? I am worried now. I'm not doing anything. I'm only chanting Ma's name. So what is going to happen to me? So the question arises. So Bhandasur was such an oppressor. He oppressed the Devatas. He gave so much problem to everybody. He is dreaming of becoming liberated and going and being in Manidweep. Really, that can happen. Such a bad person can also go in Manidweep. Then what about the good persons? What happens, Mantrini? Mantrini laughs. Mantrini is like, Narad Ji, if Ma blesses somebody, no matter how big a sinner he is, Ma's blessing does not go in vain. And Bhandasur, even though he's a personification of Rajogun and Tamogun, he's so demoniac. But all the work that he has done, in his heart he knew that one day Ma is going to come. He had full trust in Mother Laxmi's word. So no matter what he did, his biggest desire, he did serve Mother, and his biggest desire was to be killed by her own hand so that he can be liberated. Otherwise, it is not possible to liberate him. And Ma is very, very, very kind. This whole episode brings out Mother's Vatsalya nature, affectionate nature. If somebody is sincerely calling, no matter how big sinner they are, no matter how sinful they are, if Mother comes and kill, they will get liberation. That's what happened with Kansa also. Krishna came and killed. Rama came and killed. However you remember Mother. So main thing is, Mantrini is saying, if such a bad person remembers Mother and Mother is so kind that she can give liberation, then good persons like you, Narad Ji, you don't have to worry at all. Liberation is guaranteed. And in a very loving way, you don't have to go through a war. You love Mother and Mother will bring you. So good people, they don't have to worry. For sinners, yes, they have to go through the pain of a war. Because they killed so many people, so they have to get killed. They'll pay for everything in the war. And then they'll be given a chance because it was their desire. So he'll be given a chance. He has repented for his sins. He is repenting all the time. And he will be definitely liberated and he will get a place in Manidweep. So you don't have to worry. He was bad, he was a sinner, but all his sins, he has to compensate for it. And then because he has been thinking of Mother, he will be liberated. And good people, they don't have to worry about this at all. So Narad Ji felt nice. Narad Ji left. Now the message went to Dandnatha that Narad Ji had come. Bhandasur is preparing for war. Then it goes to Malalita. And all of them, then they decide the strategy. Now the war is going to happen. So the Shakti Sena is now assembled. And they are going to They are marching forward. And at that Bhandasur's place also, the demons' army is being assembled. So first they describe in chapter number 60, they are first describing the Devi's Sena or Devi's army. So Lalita says, all right, Mantrini, Dandnatha, get into action. Call all the Shaktis. This war is going to be really a big one. Gather all the Shaktis and start strategizing. So everybody was called. At the place of the war, a camp was made. And there are many Shaktis. In that war, there are thousands of elephants, thousands of horses, thousands of other animals. All of them, they are trying to assemble near the place of the war. So first Mantrani comes. Devi is marching ahead. Devi goes on her Sri Chakra. So her chariot is made out of Sri Chakra. This is guarded by a group of ladies. All Devi's army is full of ladies. There are Bhairavs, there are Batik Bhairavs and everybody. But first, the description is, it is all Shakti Sena, Shakti Vahini. All the ladies are showing their power now. So Maa's Sena is moving, Maa's army is moving. She is going on the Sri Chakra and she is surrounded and protected by many groups of other armies, ladies' armies. Then on one side of Maa, Mantrini's chariot is going. So Maa's chariot is going, Mantrini's chariot is going. On the left-hand side, Mantrini's chariot is going. On the right-hand side, Dandnatha's chariot is going. So Mantrini's chariot, she comes on Gay Chakra. Mantrini is not only the minister, she is the one who gives knowledge. All the Matrikas, all the Matanga Kanyas, they are on Mantrini's side. They are going, and how do they display their power? They are great singers. They have the power of mantras. They have the power of sound. By sound modulation, they can create weapons. In India, there was a singer called Tansen. It is famous about Tansen, that Tansen had practiced so much. He had such control over his sound that if he sang Deepak Rag, all the lamps would light. Or if he sang Megh Rag, Megh Mallar Rag, then, rains would fall. Tansen's guru was Haridas, Nidhivan. Just to, they're singing how they used to practice, just to get one note correct. Haridas used to send Tansen. Tansen, go to Govardhan, sit there, and just Sare Gama Padani, that's all. One note you have to sing in front of. That note has to hit the mountains of Govardhan. By the note, by the song, Sare Gama, the mountains would start melting, or a hole would become, it would break, it will crack. That's how they practice the notes. Later on, Tansen, he became a singer at Akbar's. He was a Muslim, Akbar's court. And Haridas said, my singing is for God only. Haridas wrote so many beautiful paths. He said, my singing is for God only. And I teach students to develop that love for God. But if Tansen chose to go and sing for some other emperor, no problem. From now onwards, he won't be with me. And Tansen had to then, based on that social customs, he had to change his name and everything. So sound, the power of sound, power of every note, it can be a very strong weapon. So Mantrini has the power of all the vowels, all the consonants, all the mantras that we speak. Sound has so much feelings you can attach to the sound. It's like I lovingly go and say to my mother, oh, my dear mother, oh, you're so lovely. That sound created some effect. You are so loving. Oh, my mother. So every time you say mother, it creates a loving vibration. Just mother or ma or anything. And the same thing if I have to say, and if I just twist the sound and the words, I just say, hey, my father's wife. Hey, my father's wife. See, just saying, oh, mother, and just saying, oh, my father's wife, give me food. Oh, mother, give me food. Oh, my father's wife, give me food. I said the same thing. But I address the same person. But just see how two different, the way the words were placed, they created different feelings. Oh, my mother and oh, my father's wife. They created different feelings right there. So this is the power of sound. Mantras. Mantrini's group is like that. So Mantrini is going on her chariot and she's surrounded by all her ladies who are singing the Vedas, the stotras, the mantras, and they are showing the power like that. And then there is Dandnatha's group on the right hand side. They are also going in that, she's also called Varahi. She has a boar face. Her chariot is like a boar, Kiri Chakra, and then she is going there and she is having her own army and they're all, and behind them comes Ashwarudha. She's having her own army of horses. And then there is one more, Sampatkari. She's having she's having an army of elephants. So all of these people and thousands of ladies are walking with swords, with axes, with ropes, whatever weapons you can think of, bow and arrow, so many weapons they are having, and they are marching ahead towards the war zone. And then they are playing their drums loudly. The sound of the drums and the sound of the animals and sound of everything, sound of Jai Jaikar, is reaching to the Bhanda's palace. And Bhanda heard it. Bhanda said, okay, let me also get ready. Bhanda calls his people. He calls his son Kutilaksh and he says, lead the army. You are going to be the leader of all the commander-in-chief. So he is the commander-in-chief and there are other small armies. He has close to 500 Akshoni Sena, many. His army is very big. So he has many Senapatis, many commander-in-chief for his armies. All of them come under Kutilaksh. He calls Kutilaksh. Bhandasur says, Kutilaksh, plan, strategize. He calls his brothers, Vishukra and Vishanga, strategize how we are going to fight against this Shakti Sena which is coming. So Daitya Sena and Shakti Sena, two armies, the army of the demons and the army of the Malalita. So Shakti Sena also starts doing it. So Kutilaksh calls everybody, their army starts going and they are planning. And before planning, he has a minister called Vijay. Bhandasur calls Vijay and he says, Vijay, come here. What should we do? Do you have any strategies, any ideas? Vijay says, yes, I do have an idea. Don't get so overexcited by their sounds. First, understand their strategy. First, understand their strength, the strength of the enemy. And then we must plan our strategy. So Vijay says, do one thing, Bhandasur. Select Amitragna and Vidyunmali, two of them, and send them as spies. Let Amitragna go as a messenger and tell Lalita that there is no point of fighting. We don't have any enmity with each other. Why don't you surrender? And let Vidyunmali go and find out about the strength of the army. If these two people come back with the news, we'll see whatever their response is, and then accordingly we will strategize. So they send Amitragna. Amitragna goes near the army, and one of the Shakti's army, they see, oh, somebody from the enemy's camp has come. They take hold of Amitragna, and then Mantrini goes to Dandnatha. Dandnatha's army holds him, and then they go to Mantrini, and then they go to Lalita. Amitragna is summoned. Lalita is like, why have you come here? Amitragna says, I am a messenger. Please don't kill the messenger. I've just come to give you a message. My master Bhandasur says, what is the point in fighting? We are not enemies. Why are you fighting for the Devtas? Just leave the Devtas and we will have ceasefire. We will not fight. Leave the Devtas. Don't be on Devta's side. You be on our side. Don't fight. Lalita says, messenger, you will not be killed. Don't worry. But go and tell Bhanda. This is not going to happen. If he really wants to stop the war, If he really wants ceasefire, he must return the planets of Devtas to them. Then this will stop, otherwise no. So this is my message, go give it to your master. And then Lalita tells two servants, okay, take this person, leave him out of the palace. Amitragna is left. Vidyunmali has the power to fly. Vidyunmali is flying and he sees, oh my God, Amitragna went there and he's already caught by these ladies. So he thinks, if I go now, I'll be caught by the Shaktis. I don't want to be going now. I'll be going in the night. So Vidyunmali goes in the night. And he's trying to fly and see what is the army's strength, what is happening. And there, he thought that nobody will catch him in the night. And then there is one spy in the night who can fly in Shakti's army, and she catches him. And then they have a big fight. Somehow he escapes from the fight and he comes flying faster and comes to Bhanda's camp. Bhanda is like, what happened? Vidyunmali, everything good? He's like, what good? Oh king, you have no idea. Don't think of them as ordinary ladies. They're very strong, very powerful. Amitragna, he's so powerful from our side. He has done what not in the past. But the moment he entered at Lalita's army, he was caught by the Shaktis. He was shaking. I saw that from my own eyes. He thought he'll be dead that day. And he said, and he gave a message also, I saw that. And then I tried to go in the night. I got caught. I somehow saved my life. I've come to you. It is very difficult. Very difficult. That army is very strong. Don't take them to be a mere ladies. They're very strong, very well planned. So while Vidyunmali gave his report, Amitragna enters. Bhanda says, what happened, Amitragna? Did you give the message? Amitragna is like, I gave the message, Bhandasur. But I'm telling you, they are not ordinary. I was scared to death. I have never felt so weak in my life. I have seen so many wars. But this is something extraordinary here. The ladies are not ordinary. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. They have one spy who came in front of my eyes. That spy had already come to our camp. She knows all your sons. She knows all your people. She has even heard all those strategies which probably Bhandasur, O king, you also don't know. She made their spying mechanism is so good. They know everything about us. And that lady in front of my eyes was narrating everything to Lalita. So I've come to tell you that the fight is not easy. I would rather suggest stop it. Don't fight. And Bhandasur is like, what are you talking? Bhandasur does not want to listen and he keeps on acting. Inside he is happy that the war is going to happen. Outside he is acting and trying to be brave. And he says, don't act like a coward to me. You think I should retaliate? Just looking at ladies? What will the world think about me? I will fight with the ladies. We are going to fight with them. And we are going to destroy all of them. So with this, we ended 62 chapters. And then what happens next? We will start tomorrow. From tomorrow, we will be hearing how Bala, the daughter of Malalita, fought with Bhandasur's sons. So we are going to hear her parakram, her valor, her bravery tomorrow. Till then, Jai Ma, Jai Lalita, all of you have a great day and great night.
Hari bol, Ma.
Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Yes, Jayanti, all the names are in Lalita Sahasranama. That's why Lalita Sahasranama has come from the here only. So every name is a story in Lalita Sahasranam. In 1,000 names, you will hear Ma's form, you will hear Ma's parakram, and all this lady's name. And that's how, the whole system is built. Okay, it is easy to remember stories. So through stories, you will remember their roles also. Okay, all right. Jai Guru to everybody, and we'll see you. Okay, bye.